All right, so I have the Intellijel Multigrain here. Today I wanted to make a short video about threshold recording with samples. We're not going to get into the looping recorder and the freeze function and the threshold there, just threshold recording with samples. It's super important. I used to record samples because Intellijel had this long video, and I would go to try to find the threshold part, and it would take forever, and I would just record the sample and adjust the start time to try to find the beginning, and it's just a pain in the butt, and you'll see that in this video. Before we dive into it, let's just go over the basics of sampling. When you get the multigrain, the standard sampling is you press sample record, which is this blue button, turns red, and it starts recording immediately, and all these buttons turn blue. It records up to 32 seconds. When you hit one of these slots, it'll stop it and save what you recorded there. We save nothing, so we'll clear it. Right now, I have plonk going into there, so we can hear that because I have through enabled. Pick a different sound. All right, so let's say you're trying to record a sample and you have a sequence going, and you try to press play and then press record on the multigrain at the same time. I can tell you from experience, it's never going to work out. It never is on time, and when you have a big project or set going, you know, time and syncing things is crucial. So that's where threshold recording comes in handy. You need to get into your sample settings page, which is really easy. You know, people always complain about the button combos, but this is a very important one to know, and it's the easiest one. You have Alt here, which is like your Shift. You just go to Alt, you hit the sample button, and now you're there. And you have normalize, resample, start, and gain, threshold. We're just going to be using gain and threshold. Now, for your gain, sampling, and in threshold, I always keep it at noon, which is 0 dB. It's really only useful if you have a really, low volume sample. Then you would turn it up by 2 dB, I think it is. But it really adds a lot of noise, and it's for drastic reasons. And then if something's too loud, you can bring it down. I mostly use it when I have like samples in here, when I try to match them, but that's not for this video. So right now, the way the settings are, fully counterclockwise threshold, gain at noon, we're not going to get any threshold recording. When we press sample, it's going to start immediately. It's recording this dead air. So now when I hit plonk and I play this sample slot, you're just going to hear dead air. Now I could turn the size all the way up and make it go 16 seconds, but you'll still hear all that dead air until it finds the start point. And this is what I used to do until I found the start of the sample, but it still isn't lined up right. So to fix that, let's clear it. Let's go to our sample settings page, which is Alt, Sample, and we're going to turn the threshold all the way up, clockwise. Exit. Now watch what happens when we press sample. See how none of the lights are flashing blue? That's because it's waiting for our incoming audio from plonk. So now we can save that to slot 1. And I have my size set to 16 seconds or 8 seconds. I'll turn my size all the way up. And another very important thing to know here, took me a while to figure this out. Your shape is automatically set to this shape right here, where it has that little, curve in the beginning and a little curve at the end. You're going to lose the beginning of your sample you just recorded. So go all the way clockwise to this gate sample. All the way clockwise, or shape, I mean. All the way clockwise with your shape knob. Turn your size all the way up, and now we can hear what we just recorded. And it started it perfectly when we pressed that tap button on plonk. So now you can go and you can mess with it. Pretty cool, right? And I mean, this is a really fast way. You can just knock them out. So we can find another sample now. Let's go to load. There we go. Now we'll hit sample. We could wait. We could go do whatever. I don't know how long it would last. It'd be fun to try. Well, it wouldn't be fun to try, but it'd be interesting. Anyways, we can wait. Now we can go to sample 2, turn our size all the way up. If we want to hear all that, I mean, you know, shape to the gate shape. Yeah, you could have your size down and or scan it. But to hear the whole sample, you know, size all the way up. And always make sure that shape is on this gated shape all the way clockwise. So again, go to Alt, go to your sample settings, make sure you have threshold all the way clockwise and gain to noon. And that's where I keep it. And I rarely ever go in and change it. And if you need to, save this video to the side, and when you need to go back and mess with something for threshold recording, you can use it as a, you know, a little guide. Or if you're learning multigrain, this is a good video for that. So I hope that helped with threshold recording. And if you have any comments, suggestions, ideas, leave it in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.